want you to know that you never have to be alone. I want you to know someone's always here for you, and I hope you believe it's me. Yes, I hope you believe it's me. Oh, I hope you believe it's me. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Invisible Song Club. How are you all doing? Yes, Angela's all surprised and shocked because I found the hat during the break before we came on. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. How are you doing, Angela?
I thought you were being a Grinch.
Okay, I think we are good to go. So thank you, everybody who's been waiting for us. My name is Mark Davis Stallard. This is, of course, as usual, Angela R. Campbell. How are you? So you're good? I already asked you that. I'm repeating myself. So if you could, everyone waiting, if this works a lot better if we get lots of input from the members of the Song Club. So if you can share, like, subscribe, follow, and all those other good things, and try to get as many people in as involved in this as we can, that would be great. Okay, we have a comment. I'm not sure I can ignore this one. My wife, Sherry Can, says Angela wore it better. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, Jerry, you need to see the whole thing, girl. Check it out.
See, I don't need to wear a shirt. I can just do that. And you can see my
yeah,
right. my one pack. Anyhow. So Shalene has joined us, says sound is good, and Brent Hull has joined us as well. So thanks for joining us again, Brent and Shalene and Sherry. So we go. So you can find out
more on YouTube and Angela's page and Facebook and everywhere, because we share it all over the place, but Mark can only see certain people based on the connections. So yeah. So
if you're following if you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube, I can see the comments. If you're on a private, if someone has started a watch party, I can't see those comments. So just FYI. So Angela has her own project called Oh Just Eat It. She reviews Canadian music. You can find out about her stuff at ohjusteatit.ca, and of course I'm involved in two other projects, The Invisible Man Show and Welcome to the Madhouse, and you get information about that and previous shows on theinvisibleman.ca. Or you can get previous Invisible Song Clubs shows on theinvisibleman.ca as well. There we go. So we are the Invisible Song Club. What does that mean, Angela?
Well, the Invisible Song Club, Mark, is very much like the book club. Every week we get together and we talk about a couple of songs, one that I picked, one that Mark has picked. On occasion, it'll be members of the Song Club who will pick the songs. We'd like to encourage that to happen more often. And so what we need you to do as members of the Song Club is to listen to the songs that have been listed for during the week, and then be prepared on Sunday to review the songs with us and put your comments down below so that we can see what you're saying, and Mark can read them while we're on the live show. And we hope you guys have fun with this. It's been a lonely time, and this is our once a week get together and have a talk about our favorite topic, music. This week we actually are reviewing two Canadian bands, which really thrills me. The Keen and the Kind are from Winnipeg, and then ProtoKult is from Toronto. And they're very, very different bands, and the topics of their music are very, very different, but they're both worthy of note, and we hope that you've had a listen and that you have an opinion.
Indeed. Okay, so I think that's good. We will get on with the show, and this week, I have not forgotten, we will run the clip of the first song, which is The Keen and the Kind. The song is called Joseph.
Trying to be right, you were dealt an unfair hand. Got away unscathed, unbranded. And we don't know what happened when you...
There we go. Oh, many times am I going to do this?
Trying to be right, you were dealt an unfair hand.
Silly me. I apologize. There we are. I'm going to get prepped for the next one so I don't make that mistake again.
Mark,
Here we go.
nobody's paying you. It's okay. You can make a mistake.
Here we go. Right. So, Joseph by the Keen and the Kind. So I met Violet, and I forget there was a couple of other members there as well. I don't remember their names. And I don't know an awful lot about the band. But they will be on the Invisible Man show in the new year. So just watch out for the announcements on that one. The song, find my place here. So I'm actually going to, I don't usually do this. I think usually I talk about the song and then tell you what it's about. But I think that's kind of pertinent to tell you what the song is about. So this is, this kind of, where am I? So this song, Joseph, actually shares Violet's story of her great-grandfather, who was born in 1900, fought in World War I and struggled with alcoholism through his life. So with that in mind, I'm going to give you my usual comments. So it starts off with a sweet, clean guitar picking, very folky. To my ears, it was very reminiscent of some early Paul Simon, which is a really good thing because I love Paul Simon. And what sounds like kind of moody stand-up bass being bowed, although it did get very high towards the end, so I wasn't sure if they had a cello or a violin, but it was some really, really nice strings that come in there. And the vocals are warm and clean, and they have a catchy phrasing in the melody that kind of climbs up and down. It kind of builds tension, but it comes down kind of very comfortably and satisfying towards the end of the verse there, which kind of opens the door for an equally catchy chorus, which then is joined with harmonies right throughout. And I mean, those are all things that I love. I love harmonies, and I love that folky, jazzy sound as well. So after the first verse, the percussion comes in, the rhythm of all the instruments and vocals kind of blend with a fairly jazzy feel, with each doing their own thing in a subtle way, it seems. But they seem to come together, and it seems to be very tight all at once. So if you listen to each of the individual pieces, they don't seem to be doing exactly the same thing, but it really seems to hold together very tightly, which is really difficult to do. The energy of the piece kind of picks up as the song progresses, with the harmonies bringing out the emotion of the chorus, and it's almost has a bit of folk rock feel to it as it builds towards the end, with the guitar being strummed and the tom-toms going all out, the vocals really pushing the emotion of the lyrics as well. And it slows down soulfully to emphasize the one chorus towards the end, which outlines beautifully the main point of the song, which is contained in the chorus. And it ends really quite satisfyingly with everyone playing along with a full chorus at the end. Now the lyrics hold to a fairly common three verse structure, with the chorus and the verse being repeated between. And that lends to a very nice 3-act story, if you will. So there's like a beginning, a middle, and end, just like in a movie. And it follows a story of someone having a tough childhood, and presumably from First Nations. There was some language in there that kind of makes me believe that to be the case. But there's a certain hopefulness throughout the song, even though the direction that it does take, that he was able to get away in that first verse, that unscathed and unbranded. And then he runs away after being let down by the people who were supposed to be looking out for him, the people in charge, ending with what ends up being able to uncope with being in that war situation, and unfortunately drinking a lot at the end of his life. So the verses actually tell us what happened from an observer's point of view, which is great, but the chorus emphasizes the sadness of not really knowing what was going on inside. So we always have like two different points of view. The whole thing for me is a very well crafted song. It's got that beautiful structure, musically and lyrically. This song is just, I think it's just so well done. It's very much my cup of tea. It's very much the kind of thing I would seek out. And I could listen to this over and over again. Whether or not you pay attention to the lyrics, it's just a beautiful piece. I highly recommend this song. Angela.
All right, Mark. As Mark said, Violet has written a song about her grandfather, who was in the Second World War. And I found on a personal note that song, I really connected with those lyrics because I had two grandfathers who came back from the Second World War. Actually, my great-grandfather was in the First World War on my father's side, and all Canadian. And so in terms of Canadiana, this is a real story about our history that I think anybody who's been in the country for generations can really relate to. And the pain that your grandfathers have endured during wartime really does carry through the generations. And as granddaughters or grandsons, we really look to them to say, wow, like what you went through, and holy, like that must have been just, I mean, we think we're doing badly in a pandemic right now. Like, can you even imagine being sent off to war when you're like 17, 18, 19 years old? Like that's what happened to, the older generation in our country. So anyway, that really hit home for me. I really enjoyed it. I have my paternal grandfather's kind of my favorite, and I really thought about him a lot when I was listening to the song. Well done, Violet, for some really beautiful lyrics. The other thing that I picked up on the song was sort of the structure of the song. It's her vocals, the harmonizing is very pretty. It goes, really kind of low tone, and then it goes up like an octave, like all of a sudden, and then back down, and then up, and then down, and then up, and then down. So it's kind of that kind of pattern of singing, which can become monotonous in songs in some cases. I didn't find it too monotonous in this song. I thought she mixed it up enough that it kept my ear interested. I can be a little distractible, and if a song becomes boring, I will just tune it out. I'll just stop listening to it. So I think she accomplished mixing it up enough that it didn't become boring. There's not a lot of instrumentation in the song, so the vocals are actually really important. And I found that the vocals weren't really very strong. So because she was playing so much with the octaves in the song, some strong vocals would have really helped with that. I think that part of it could be improved, but in the same token, I don't think that Violet has a terrible voice. So it, like you said, Mark, it was nice to listen to. It was kind of a soothing tone. There was nothing that made you, go, oh, she's a terrible singer, I'm going to turn that off. It wasn't like that. It was really nice. But I think that some work could be done in that area, just because there's not a lot of instrumentation in the song until the very end, when it becomes a little more dramatic. But throughout the song, I really loved the drums. I loved the bongos. I loved the drums at the end. Drums are always my favorite, so I enjoyed that part. And it makes it a little different than your, usual folk song or metal song, because bongos are not used very often. So it's kind of cute when they come in. What else do I want to say about that? If you would like to check out more of Violet's work, she is actually participating in the Women Helping Women event that's happening on December 20th, next Sunday. And there's going to be about 15 artists participating in that, and Violet is going to be one of them. So the Keen and the Kind, the band is participating. The whole band is participating in that event. So watch out for that. And I will be sharing links so you guys won't miss it. What else did I want to say? I don't want to miss anything.
Well, actually, while you were just reviewing your notes there, I just wanted to comment on the going up and down. I know what you mean, because there's a lot of R&B where singers aren't singing, but they're just showing off their voice, and when it goes all over the place, and they're not really singing a tune. So that really bothers me. So that kind of thing with an R&B singer. For this particular song, for my ear, like again, this is for my ears, I thought it was spot on. I think it was exactly where it needed to be. But that's from, we are both from different backgrounds. We both focus, as it is, on different styles of music. So where you might say someone has a strong voice, I might say it's too strong, too forward.
I see. kind of blows you away when they open their mouth, sort of
Yes,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, sometimes gentle approach is nice. You're right.
yeah, and it's
I
sorry to just say it's just from where you start from. I came from a folk loving folk right from. I can remember as long as I remember, so that's where I'm viewing it from. The heavier stuff I've really got to listen to because I've not really been that exposed to it. So I'm obviously going to have more to say against the heavier stuff. Just like I said, it's just from where you start from.
Yeah. See, my favorite stuff is jazz, metal, and death metal. So yeah.
So I got a different position, right? Different starting point.
Some strong vocals, yeah. So the thing I wanted to add was her the song is about her great grandfather, who was born in 1900 and fought in World War One. So it's about her great grandfather.
Great grandfather, yeah, that's what she said. I misread it. Yeah, that's correct.
I just want to correct myself there. It also says that he struggled with alcoholism throughout his life. And I want before we go to the next song, Mark, is there something you'd like to say about that?
Yes. Actually, let me read Shalim's comments. So he says, lovely guitar playing and percussion. On the Bandcamp page, the description says the band's name is 19 and is on the cover of the March 2020 album. It appears the name has changed recently. I don't know if that's true. We'll probably...
Yeah, I think that Violet is involved in two projects. One is The Keen and the Kind, and the other one is 19.
Okay. So
we're reviewing the song by The Keen and the Kind.
So like I said, The Keen and the Kind will be on the Invisible Man show early next year. So that's a question we can ask them for sure. Okay, so I think that we're ready for the next song. I just wanted to say that we've said this before, but Angela and I don't tell each other what the songs are ahead of time. We just pick them, we publish them. I don't even look at them until a day or two before. Today it was today, and I realized that one of the song that's coming up actually makes light of drinking, and we just had a song about dealing with alcoholism. I just wanted to point out that it wasn't intentional. I don't want that. Also, it might come across as a bit of bad taste, and we do apologize from that point of view. Anyway, I just wanted to just put that out there, and we get on with the song. So here's the clip. So ProtoKult, it's called Troubled Lad, and then some unpronounceable words in brackets, which I won't try to pronounce. Or at least not yet anyway. So here's the clip. Well, there we go. Right. So I shall start, shall I?
No.
You want to start?
This is my pick, Mark.
Okay.
I want to start.
I want to get going. Okay, all right.
Okay, so ProtoKult. Let me just tell you about the band. First of all, I have a little right up here. ProtoKult is an ever-evolving band that bases music on folk metal, which is a really weird combination, folk metal. So their themes are history, paganism, and folklore. The band boasts a marvelous mix of Canadian and international forces. So it's 4 guys and a lady. They're, like I said, they focus on a tradition of folklore with heavy thrash and black metal for headbangers everywhere. They have a good sense of humor. That's what I really like about ProtoKult. Their songs are pretty funny. It's all said in jest. And the fact that they're mixing genres is quite interesting. And this song in particular sounds like traditional Celtic music, but death metal at the same time. It's very strange, but it's also, I found it super entertaining. Regarding the lyrics, which Mark is probably going to go full on, as he usually does. I'll just read them to you because they're they're hard to hear in the song because of the type of vocals that they are. So I'll just read them to you. He was a troubled lad and he sailed out to sea. Time spent on the run, the best we've ever had. If we came into this open place, you'd better have made it quick, 'cause when I'm pissed, the fire is lit. The world better prepare. Run around midnight ready for the show. Take a big swig, on we go. Holes in his socks and underwear, doesn't give a fuck. It's Greg O'Dare. Whoa, oh, the lad had to go. to free his troubled mind. Whoa, oh, the lad had to go where he left it all behind. And then they say something in, I think, Gaelic or something. So once again, they are storytelling. They've picked somebody to storytell about, and you know, might be hard to catch that in the type of genre that this is, but that's exactly what's happening. So I actually think, although the songs may intercept a little bit, the two songs that we've chosen, I think they're also very much alike. And that's all I wanted to say. Mark, you go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so this is a really fun song. And honestly, I don't think the lyrics should be taken that seriously, because it's not a very deep song at all. There is, from my ears, there was no obvious narrative there. They mention a name and they look like someone's traveling somewhere. So other than the music following the usual verse-chorus kind of structure, the lyrics of both neither seem to tell a story, and nor do I feel that the song is trying to. And so on that regard, I don't think I should go into it too deeply. It is kind of what it is. For what it really is, at least to my ears, and it's the first time I've heard the song or the band, is it sounds like a drinking song. It sounds like something that's, maybe you would go to an island in a pub and you might all start singing along to this kind of song. But it pretty much tells us in the title that it's a drinking song as well. So I did look up the meaning. So the title is Troubled Lad, open brackets, and it says, and I'm going to completely mispronounce this, I have no idea how this is pronounced, Slante Mahaith, which actually is a drinking toast meaning good health. So every time they say that, glasses up, have a swig. So this is a drinking song. Now there are a few places where I felt that there should have been a rhyme, because there's a very simple structure, and if the lyrics were put to some traditional traditionally in the English language, there would have been a rhyme every second line, and there wasn't. And I'll just want to quote the first verse. He was a troubled lad. He sailed us to the sea, spent time on the run, the best I ever had. It just falls a little bit flat. I need a rhyme there. I want the rhyme. The rhyme needs to be there. Now, in contrast with the previous song, the previous song had no rhymes whatsoever. Didn't miss it. But because we got that metered and predictable rhythm, I felt it needed the rhymes on there. And I did know that was one of the first things I noticed when I listened to it the first time as well. So this wasn't something I kind of thought about afterwards. But the obvious mixture of genres that one might think shouldn't even be on the same continent as each other, but they seem to work very well in a strange and kind of pleasing way. The opening of the song sounds like an old-timey pirate telling his tale of adventure. I can just imagine Long John Silver on the docks there telling young Jim about his adventures. And then with our traditional folky flutes and some pagan drums, the song explodes with a mixture of Irish folk music and some quite heavy rock, distorted electric guitar and screaming and solid rock beat, a full drum kit. Didn't jar me at all. It actually found, once I realized what was going on, it's like, this is actually quite pleasant. Now the violin follows a fairly traditional and maybe predictable Irish folk song kind of melody. You know where it's going. It's the kind of tune that you'd actually expect, which I was kind of alluded to earlier, you'd expect to hear in a pub in Ireland. Maybe something that the old people remember the Dubliners might have been playing. They could that violin piece, that would be a show for them. They could do a whole show on that. The song pulls you in. There's lots of solid energy in there. Now, I'm not sure if I would call them a screamo band, but there was some screaming going on, while at the same time giving us a fun little Irish ditty in the tying it all together. Now, I dare you to listen to it, the whole thing, and I bet you can't do it without tapping your foot. This is a absolutely thoroughly enjoyable piece musically. Now, the song slows down a bit. It's about 3/4 of the way through to give us a chance to catch our breaths, which we need because we're out of breath doing the old river dance thing to this. And the female vocals are emphasised. And that little piece actually reminded me the haunting sound of a band still active called Clanad. They did a load of television and movie work. Most notably for me, Robin of Sherwood in the 1980s. Now this shows the overall skills of this band, that they can get all of these different genres, all these different skills knit them together and still have a unique piece to come out of it. It's a fun song and definitely well worth checking out.
Yeah, like I said, Mark, the band is 4 guys and a lady, and they are talented musicians. They're having a good time, and the thing that sets ProtoKult out from other bands is the fact that, like, I don't think anybody else is doing this. I mean, they're a genre all to themselves. If you say, what do they call themselves? Folk metal. I think if you say that, the only band you can think of is ProtoKult. If I'm wrong, please comment below the video and let me know that I'm wrong. But I really don't know of any other band that's doing this, especially in Canada. So one of the things that they're known for as well is in the pubs, they will have beer maidens go around and serve the guests of the pubs. So they're very much just having a party. So your comment about them rhyming, I think their audience is busy with their beer and don't really care.
Indeed.
So yeah, I wanted to point these out as a really important Canadian band. I think that they're not really awarded very much so far, but I think that they deserve attention. That's my 2 cents. What do we got? What do we have from our audience? Anything on ProtoKult?
Yes, we got Shalim. Actually, I'm gonna before I tell his full comments, he's got a lengthy comment there worth reading. He says, "Quote of the year from Mark: This was quite pleasant." And actually, and he said, "Yes, Clannad, who gave us Enya," which is quite true. And I think I saw Clannad live at the Good Luck Folk Festival in the early 1980s. I think. Anyhow, I'm not sure, my memory's not that good. Anyway, so he says the ProtoKult Troubled Lad, that thing in Gaelic that I can't pronounce, is from 2020's Transcending the Ruin. Curiously, the new album doesn't show up on the band's discography on the website. Instantly catchy, rocking folk metal sound. They don't sound like most bands. If Gogol Bordello were metal, they would sound like this. Terrific musicianship all around, including a flute and violin. Love the guitar solo. The vocals fit the sound perfectly, almost Lemmy light. Band members' ethnicities range from Polish, German, Russian, Czech, Canadian, and Persian. What about the lyrics? According to the website, this song is a brief account of our former Irish-Canadian keyboardist who had to leave the band in order to pursue his Gaelic studies at Harvard. Okay, with he was and is dearly missed, and his song deals with integrating into modern multicultural society, particularly those who have multiple backgrounds and ethnicities. The Irish term, but I'm not going to screw it up again, shows up a few times. It means good health, and is the title of a track from Marillion's 1987 album. They are...
Whoa, that's cool.
Are they one-dimensional or just really focused on their shtick? The video has around 1,000 views and 1 comment. Is this a sign that they haven't been discovered, or are their viewers not very enthused? Time will tell. If they played Winnipeg, I would definitely go.
I think they have been probably pushing their live music more than their actual album. So I think that's probably where they're at. Yeah. And, it's partly the job of Mark and I to get the word out there about these fantastic bands that people are not paying attention to. I mean, ProtoKult's amazing. And
and it's a decent video as well. I mean, they put some thought into the video. I actually was going to say something about I raised an eyebrow when this was about someone leaving the band and going somewhere. I didn't get that from the lyrics at all. So I understand that's what it was about, and that was what drove it, but I didn't get that from the lyrics whatsoever.
I think, Mark, sometimes for you and I, we have to be careful not to do too much research before we review the song, because it kind of steers us in a different direction. Yep. I kind of generally look to try to figure out what the band has been saying about their own song, but I don't look too deep if I can help.
And then, likewise, I've said before, I try not to do that. I want to it's a song club. We're judging the song. We're not band club, right? We're judging the song.
That's great.
So Shlim does have one more comment. The most brilliant folk metal album of last year also is Saw, Forgotten Paths. So beautifully produced, not unlike Laureen McKinnett's No Party Drinking Songs. And then and then he's put a link in there to it as well.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's all the comments I can see. So I think...
How are we doing for time?
We are 3 minutes past 4, so we're doing right on.
Oh, we're staying pretty good on schedule.
Yes, we are.
Can we just let people know that this is our last show of the
yes.
of the year of 2020? Farewell 2020. I hope 2021 is nothing like 2020. That would be great.
So why aren't we on next week?
What's that?
And so why aren't we on next week?
Well, we're not on next week because Women Helping Women is a fundraising event that is available online for all of you to participate in and watch 15 different bands, acts get up and perform during the show and raise funds for 4 different organizations here in Winnipeg that support women and children in need. I wish I had the name of the 4 organizations in front of me. I'm sorry I don't. I'll put it in the Song Club notes so that you guys can find out about it. And I will also put in the Song Club group in more information about Women Helping Women, so you can buy your tickets and participate with that. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be something. This event is organized by Stacey James, and she does it every year. But this year, because of COVID, she's had to put it online. And the fact that she's been able to get even more acts together because it's available online has been great. It's just going to make it that much more interesting. So yeah, looking forward to that. That'll be next Sunday. So that's what you're all doing next Sunday, all right?
Yes, you are. You've been told. Okay. Yeah, so next week is next Saturday is our last Invisible Man show of the year, and then we'll be taking a couple of weeks off. Angela is going to be joining us on the show, along with Adam Feasy, who I host the Welcome to the Madhouse with. So all of us, all the Invisible Mans, and now the Invisible Mam, will be on one show for the first time. And so we're going to be talking about just a little bit of a year in review. How the hell did we went from two guys in less than 2 years? We went from 2 guys doing a monthly show to now doing a weekly show with 3 weekly shows with 5 people on the team. So we've come a long way. It's been an exciting, certainly been an exciting year. And we'll have some outtakes. I'll be playing a couple of Christmassy tunes live. May not necessarily be Christmassy, but I'll have a Christmas connection. You'll have to wait and see. And then we'll have some clips from previous shows and some bloopers and all kinds of stuff. I've got to sort that out yet. Anyhow, so stay tuned for that. And of course, on Wednesday we'll have we're on Welcome to the Madhouse, which is 2 p.m. Central. So I know some people might be at work or whatever, but it's available. It'll be available on the invisibleman.ca page. Everything's there. Go check it all out. And don't forget to check out Angela as well on justeatit.ca. Okay.
Yeah. So, can I show my shirt one more time?
Yes.
Let me show you mine. Working out hard.
Let me show you mine.
Hard. All right. Oh, yeah.
No. My wife is.
By the way, everyone, the graphics are done by Mark. Okay. Mark is an artist, and he does a really good job.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. Great. So, thank you very much. Oh no, says my wife.
The belly.
Anyway, so thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, for taking part. If you have any suggestions for songs you'd like us to review, please leave comments either in this video or preferably a link to the song in the Song Club group. I would love to get you guys taking a bigger part in this club as well. So, and you can also approach Angela and I through our various Facebook pages as well directly if you'd rather do that. So thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, and share, and all that other good stuff. And we'll catch you on Saturday, the Invisible Man show. I'm getting mixed up with all the Invisible shows. And then we'll be back, I think, on the 9th, second Sunday in January anyway. And lots of information will come out about that as well. So thank you very much for joining us, and we will catch you soon. Bye-bye.